too sweet. Alrighty, what's up, everybody? My peeps. How's it going, you sexy bitches? Peter Joseph here for a late Sunday night video right here on the official Peter Joseph YouTube wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down there inside of my goddamn pants, otherwise known as the switch marks below. Show your love and support to this channel and my other channels as well. And don't forget to, you can leave a comment if you wish, but don't leave stupid comments, because you go bye-bye, and you will get sent to the shadow realm where your soul, pretty much you will, burn in hell, and Satan will eat your soul. And, pretty much that's it. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss anything, because if you do, you're SOL, and I think you know what that means by now. And if you don't know what it means, you need to get slapped in the face. Pretty much. That's that. So please hit that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video, so you don't miss out on good shit. And that's that. And if you're new here, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, you grab that cold one. Well, this time we have water. Nature Brand Water, the proud sponsor of something. No, proud sponsor of hydration. Because it's hot. But it is what it is. And that's that. Almost done with summer, guys. We're almost done. This coming weekend is Labor Day weekend, the unofficial end of summer, but pretty much a little over 2.5 weeks after that is it was the official end of summer, and the great season of fall will begin as we end September and begin October, the witching month. You know, Halloween coming around, Columbus Day for all us Italians. And that's that. Then we got November. We gotta vote for Trump, of course. Veterans Day for all the veterans, and then Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Cyber Saturday, Cyber Sunday, Cyber Monday. I mean, it's crazy. So, got that. And then the greatest month in the world with the greatest people in the world, and that is December, the end of the year, with great people with great birthdays. That's all I gotta say about that. So, we're pretty much coming to the fall season, and TV shows will be coming back, and new seasons, some new shows will be coming out, and all that good stuff. So, check it out on time, on cue. Let me move on with that. Alright, hope everybody had a great weekend. My weekend was what it was. As always, busy. Not so much today, but besides watching All In, which we'll get into in a minute, you know, did a lot of yard work on Saturday. It was just insane, but I got it done, even though I was racked in pain the rest of the day, and I basically crashed on the couch, watched Collision, and eventually took a little snooze, and then did my videos and all that shit. And that's that. But if you had a good weekend, great. You didn't? Too bad. And that's it. And for all you kiddies out there, some of you, depending on what state you live in, here in New York, this is the final week of your summer vacation, because you'll be going back to school right after Labor Day. And for others, you're pretty much, some of you have already been back to school. So, don't forget to do your homework. Because you want to get let back, and then you want to look like an idiot going to summer school. Because you want to go from 2nd to 3rd grade, or you want to go to college and you can't even graduate because you're dumb, smoking that weed and all that shit. Because some of you have no brain cells, probably haven't even finished high school or college, but it is what it is. I got 2 degrees, and I am proud of that. And I got my dream job, so even better. Moving on. But we got that, so back to school. You know, don't worry, it'll be over soon. You know, in another 10 months, but 9-10 months, somewhere around there. But don't worry, you're gonna have some days off coming up with the Jewish holidays coming up. The fall recess coming up. You got a week off. I mean, lucky you. Columbus Day off, Veterans Day off, Thanksgiving weekend off, and then pretty much Christmas week and New Year's week off. And then you go back to, you know, most of you will be going back January the 2nd, 2025. So, stay in school, kids. You don't want to end up like schmucks here on YouTube. I'm not one of them. I went to school and, like I said, I got 2 degrees. And I got a job that I love. So, don't be these people on YouTube that don't have jobs and never went to school. They're dropouts and they're idiots because they don't know anything. Especially in the world of music and wrestling. And any sport, really. They don't know anything. They just act like immature assholes. But I digress. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, on this late Sunday night, August the 25th, 2024, or for my replay crew, you great sexy people there, August the 26th, 2024, right here on the Peter Joseph channel. That's me. I didn't even have to say that, but I'm a content creator, talk about the wonderful world of professional wrestling, sports, politics, whatever I feel like talking about. You like it? Great. You know, get out. And go fuck yourself. And that's that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is time! It is time for your getting close to late night AEW All In. That's what she said. 2024 review. Alright, All In 2024, the WrestleMania of AEW, the big one that we always wait for in August. Well, next year will be in July. And Forbidden Door is going to be in August in Wembley. So Wembley we're going to show, but not All In. It would be Forbidden Door number 4. And I heard that Grand Slam, which we all know has been in New York the last couple years. We got that coming up at the end of September. Well, the next one will be a little bit early, and it'll be in another country. As I looked on Twitter, and Grand Slam will be in Australia, mate, in February. So that's pretty damn nice. So it's going to be taped, obviously. I don't know when we're going to see that. How are they going to tape it, and then we'll see it here in the States? Because, you know, it's a day later, day later in Australia, mate, so I don't know how that's gonna work. I still think we'll see it on tape delay, obviously, but like, is it still gonna be at 8 o'clock? I think obviously it'll be tape delayed, and then we'll see it the day after or whatever it is. But yeah, Grand Slam, Grand Slam Dynamite, Grand Slam Collision, Grand Slam Rampage, coming your way February 2025. I think it's at the end of February, or middle of the end of February 2025. So I'm thinking that Revolution will be in March, unless it's early February, which I doubt. Or it's late February. It's probably going to be sometime in March. And then we got Dynasty, the second one, coming up in April. I think Double or Nothing will probably be in May or June. We didn't have Fyter Fest this year. What happened with that? We didn't even have Fight for the Fallen. I guess that we got rid of it. They got rid of it. They're not doing it this year, or maybe they're doing it later this year. I don't know. But usually it's in the summer, but it is what it is. And don't forget, All In is going to be in Texas at the Texas Rangers Stadium, Global Life Field, I think it's called. That's going to be in July. And then Forbidden Door number 4 in August in Wembley. And then All In will be back in Wembley in all, pretty much, I always say August 2026. But this is AEW's WrestleMania, and this show felt like WrestleMania. This was a great show. Oh, Basher Berlin, you got some competition. And No Mercy, too. This coming weekend. Oh, boy. I think Tony Khan's like, beat that. This was a great show. From Wembley Stadium in London, England, and our commentary team of Men Behind the Mask, Excalibur, Tony Baloney Schiavone. Well, momentarily, we had Nigel McGuinness, me love, the hometown boy. Then we had the biggest Met fan I know. Well, he's not happy today with those Mets. Oh. 2-0 lead in the bottom of the 8th and blew it. And then Diaz does what he does. Gives up the game. Mets could have took 3 or 4 and really improved their chances for the wild card. Now they're, with 31 games left, they're 2.5 out of the wild card. The third wild card, which the Braves have. Ugh. Today was a, shot in the foot for the Mets. Now they go to Arizona. Big series there. They gotta take them all. I can't say it enough. They have to take at least 2 or 3, at least win the series at least. Then go to Chicago, sweep the White Sox because they suck. Then come home, we got the Phillies coming up, and the Nats coming up. Then, God forbid, this comes down to the Braves series at the end of the season, which is 5 weeks from today, but 4 weeks from today, I believe. 31 games left. So, tragic number is 26, I think. 26 or 27 for the Mets. So, it's not looking good. So, but if they can go off a September to remember, for a team that I didn't even think they were going to contend this year. And, they're giving us, dick teases and like, oh, we're going to make it, then we can, no. Do what they always do. In August, I told you, every August, the Mets, and then in September, they get red hot, but it's too late. They just end the season with, on a hot streak, and it's too late. But they finish the season with pride, and that's it. But, it is what it is. I think 2025, they're going to, Uncle Steve is going to open that checkbook. Soto is on the market. But him and Judgy Wudgy, the best duo in baseball right now. Judgy Wudgy, 51 steroid-using home runs today. Oy, oy, oy. He's on pace for 65. He could get 70 if he goes on a nice hot streak for the next couple weeks, for the next month, basically. He could hit 70. He's at 51. He has to hit, 2 home runs a game, which he hit 2 home runs today. Soto hit 1. Stanton hit another steroid-using home run. Soto doesn't do steroids, because he's coming to the Mets next season. Probably, but... But we got that. We have that. But crushing loss for the Mets today. But, yeah, Taz is there as well. Alright. So, like I said, great show, great pay-per-view. I loved it. The main show, actually. I didn't really watch much of the, of 0 Hour, because I'm not going to get up at 11 o'clock and watch 6,000 matches. But anyway, I'll go through it. So, on 0 Hour, we started off with a 16-man tag team match. Can you say overkill? Holy shit. Don Callis on commentary. So we had, on the good guys side, we had Kyle Fletcher, Rocky Romero, Kip Sabian, Tommy Billington, the hometown boy, the Diamond Kid Jr., Leo Rush, Action Andretti, and Darius and Dante Martin of Top Flight, and no Layla Gray. I was wondering where she was on Rampage and Collision. She's usually out there with him because she's the stewardess. Maybe she had another flight. I'm on dick, but that's not a story for another time. Alright, so they take on Private Party, the supposed host of the pay-per-view, Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn, Arya Davari, Black Keys, oh yeah, did it. Jay Lethal, with his good buddy Satnam Singh, Anthony, don't wake me up before you are go, and the Dark Order with Evil Uno, it's just Johnny Hungy and Alex Reynolds, the Beaver Boys. This was crazy as fuck. Just all over the place. I felt bad for the referee. But anyway, the good guys win after Dante drops Arya Davari and then hits a Eddie Guerrero ese frog splash from the top rope. Why does he do that? They pay homage to you, Eddie. And isn't it past your bedtime? What do you mean? I go along with China. Oh, I know. Never mind. We have fun. We never sleep in heaven, they say. Yeah, just ask Mikey. You said my name? Yeah, you're still up, right? Yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing? Never mind. I'm gonna go back to the bar. Bye. Okay. I don't want to know. That guy's a weirdo. But it is what it is. Mike Awesome should be in the Hall of Fame. I'm just saying. I don't keep saying it until I die. Gotta put Mike Awesome in there, man. He's a legend. He's a legend of ECW. He kicked that Japanese guy's, ass. You know what we're talking about. No, not Onita, the other guy. Can't say his name because Mikey will hurt us. But we got that. Alright, so, they hit that. So the good guys get the win. Blah, 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 blah. And the match, I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, match number 2 on 0 Hour. Chris Statlander and the Resident Pimp, Stokely Hathaway, in a mixed tag team match against Tomohiro Ishii, not Ishii, it's Ishii, and the Resident Fun Girl, the CMLL Women's Champion, Willow Nightingale. Anyway, the winning team picks the stipulation for All Out, which is next Saturday. I don't know if it's for the title, but the winning team gets the stipulation. So, see what happens with that. In the end, Hathaway starts hammering away on Ishii in the corner. Barely feels anything because, he always likes to no-sell a lot. And then Willow Nightingale hits the bounce! Period. On Chris Statlander, which left poor Stokely Hathaway. They get destroyed with a sliding lariat. 1, 2, 3 in over 8 minutes. Willow Nightingale and Tomohiro Ishii get the win. I figured that was going to happen. So we get that. So I assume on Wednesday Night Dynamite, Willow's gonna come out and announce her stipulation, for All Out. And after the show, on the AEW exclusives, when they talk to people with extra things, and we find out some stuff for Dynamite this week. Willow was talking, and then Stokely distracted her, and Chris Statlander knocked her out from behind, laying her out basically, and then Statlander's like, "I'll see you at All Out." So I'm thinking Willow is gonna, like I said before in my predictions video on my Shadows Link channel, check it out. Link to the channels down below. TSL number 37. I think Willow's gonna pick a street fight. And if you've seen them when they were teaming together, they beat the shit out of Ty Conti and Anna Jay. No, not Anna Jay, sorry. Diamante and Mercedes Martinez. We haven't seen Mercedes Martinez. What happened? We don't see Diamante much, but it's Ring of Horror. You don't. I mean, you don't see the champions much, except this past week's show. We saw Mark Briscoe defend the title against the Beast Mortos and retained, obviously. Lee Moriarty's I think he has an open challenge for the pure title. That did get answered, but I forgot by who. So he's gonna defend the title. Dustin and Spanish God Sammy Guevara. They're the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, so who they're going to be facing next. Dustin is also 1/3 of the Trios Champions with the Von Erich boys, Marshall and Ross. So, we'll see what happens with that. Red Velvet from Your Mama's Kitchen. Still your reigning defending. Hasn't defended the belt lately, but women's TV champion. And the forever champion, Athena. Still your reigning defending undefeated, undisputed women's champion. But she's got a little problem, and that's... You can see it in the background. Abaddon. Hey, Abaddon actually did a video today on her Twitter page talking about her many tattoos, and she's getting another one on her back of a dragon. Ooh, I gotta see that one. And yeah, she does talk. You think Abaddon is just there and is like all demonic and all scary, then she screams, ah! You know? Nah, she actually talks to people. She talked to me. Well, you think I have the picture on my Facebook page? And it's on my Twitter too. It's actually my avatar. That was from, what year was that? That was the last year, I think. I forgot what. I think it was November 2013. Not 2013. 2023. Pretty much that's that. I also, little nice note, Victoria put up a post today on Instagram, pretty much thanking the fans and everything, blah blah blah, and then I put up I replied saying I met her back in I think March or April of 2023 when she did a meet and greet. She was at a indie promotion that I go to, and she was there. I met her, got not one but two pictures, which is on my Instagram. So check that out. And then I talked to her. After we took the picture, me and a couple friends were like walking around, and I thanked her for the picture. And I was talking about, she liked my In This Moment jacket and everything. And I said, yeah. I was like, yeah, I love In This Moment. It's like, without these guys, I would be dead right now. She said, why? She said, because I've been battling depression pretty much since I was 17. She's like, you're not alone. And then basically I told her I had bouts, I almost killed myself and everything, but I didn't do it. Then she came around and gave me probably one of the biggest hugs I ever had from a celebrity or a wrestler. Freaking was the best. Well, besides being on stage and In This Moment, probably the best time of my life. Well, meaning Ozzy, of course, too. But that hug really, meant something to me because because, we're not alone. If you've been dealing with a lot with depression and anxiety and having thoughts of suicide, first of all, don't do that, because that'll be bad. And but you're not alone in this horrible disease that is depression and anxiety and online bullying and all this other shit, which really needs this. These people that do that really need to be thrown in jail and have their internet cut off. But I'm just saying. But we don't need any more wrestling Hana Kimura situations or Daphne. But this coming Sunday is the 3-year anniversary of her death, so that's gonna be a sad day for me because, I mean, when I got the news from General Jerry, good buddy, I haven't seen, he's just, he hasn't been on YouTube in a while. He's, living his life and everything. Rightfully so. He'll come back when he wants to. Yeah, but I got the news that morning. I got a Facebook message from General Jerry. He's like, hey, did you hear about Daphne? I'm like, no. I knew something was wrong the day before, because I was in Delexman's chat, and they were all talking about, it's like, go on Daphne's Instagram, Daphne's live. I'm like, okay, so I went on, I caught it, I missed it by like a minute or two. But from what I heard from people that she was battling depression and anxiety, she was going crazy. Her mom's telling her to come to her house and everything. She was looking for help, and I even left a message, not a message, well, a comment on her Instagram saying, "Hey, go to the hospital, go get help, don't do anything stupid." Next thing I know, General Jerry messages me on Facebook that the next morning saying, hey, Daphne passed away. I'm like, what? I'm like, come on. And I had to look it up because, you gotta look it up because sometimes, but I trust General Jerry, but still. I had to look it up, and lo and behold, Daphne passed away, and I just broke down. Because Daphne meant so much to me back in the day. I mean, she was my first avatar, and you thought it was Rosemary. Nope, it was Daphne. She was my first avatar when I started my EFED career. Then it went to Rosemary, and then near the end, it went to Velvet Sky. But Rosemary and Daphne were pretty much my managers / valets in my EFED career. So when I heard Daphne died, that kind of hit me in the gut, because I felt like it was the same thing like how Hana Kimura died with the online bullying and bullshit. I know a lot of people go through that. I've gone through it for so many years here on YouTube. And these people just want to get your goat and do all this bullshit. You try to defend yourself, just making it worse. So what's the point? I mean, what do? I mean, you could call the cops. You could file all these protective orders and shit. Do what you gotta do to protect yourself. But, I think the best way to deal with these assholes is just ignore them. It's hard, I know, but if you just don't engage with these people for a while, you just say enough is enough. Don't take the law into your own hands, and just don't do that. And I know people, they go back. It's like, I'm gonna kill you, and this and that. It just makes it worse. Because now they can use that against you. So, I mean, I've said that, I've done that for years, but I was just in self-defense mode, so. But nowadays, I really don't give two fucks what people say about me. They just use my name for clout when they do the crappy garbage videos on me. But it is what it is. I keep saying, if you don't like me, block me, but that's just the hardest thing for people to do on this website and in real life. Just, can't get enough of my dick, but that's why some of these people have been on my dick for 15 years, maybe even less than that, but still. It was time for, to hop off, but you don't wanna because my dick is so good and so big. That's why your girlfriends and your moms have been on it too, but I digress. I do. I just digress. And, you don't want to leave because you love me. And I love you too. So, you want to keep up the obsession and the jealousy, and then it's not gonna really go anywhere. I'm not jealous of anybody on this website. People think I was obsessed with with that clickbaiter, but I don't care about him anymore. He's just still doing the same fucking bullshit that he just continues to do. You know, same thing with JD. JD's a schmuck, and so is that guy. And then, you know, that's it. I don't have an obsession with anybody. People think I have an obsession with, you know, the Demon Diva, but I don't. I love her as a friend. She's, you know, very good at what she does, and I know she has more success than me, but still. Am I, like, jealous? Not really. But it is what it is. I'm not going to go into that situation, but I'm happy for her, but, you know, she has a great community, great chat, with great people who, you know, are there for each other. And that's what it should be on YouTube. People being there for people in the chat room, or, you know, even on social media. I have friends that I've known since 1997. I've known them for like 30 some odd years. My good buddy John in California. I've known him pretty much since, God knows, I don't even remember the actual date I met the guy, but I met him on the Kelly Osbourne forum. We became admins, and then became friends, and then best friends, and, you know, he still gets my goat every once in a while with his stupid post he tags me in. But still, you know, we have a common love. We have a common love for wrestling, common love for heavy metal, and Ozzy, of course. His obsession with Amy Osbourne, my then obsession with Kelly. The only obsession I have is my Asian chicks, but I'm obsessed to the woman as well, so, you know, but it's just a fantasy with the Asian chicks. You know, if it was reality, I wouldn't be talking to you guys right now. But it is what it is, and I have dated a couple Asian girls in my time, but, well, you know, one didn't work out, and the other one I just had a fling with. And boy, she's... Never mind. We'll move on. Yeah. Alright, so we got that. Alright, so Willow Nightingale picks the stipulation for her match next Saturday at All Out in Chicago, Illinois, against Chris Statlander. That's that. Alright, match gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we go to a 8-man tag team match. We have, well, pretty much the entire tag team champions and the trios champions. We have Dustin Rhodes, the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara, and the Von Erich boys, Marshall and Ross, taking on the Undisputed Kingdom of I'm Matt Taven and Michael Kanellis Bennett, and the Cage of Agony. See, 1, 2, 4, yeah. And the Cage of Agony, it was Brian Cage, Bishop Quan! Quan? And that's it. Tonga Lioa at ringside. I thought this was like a 10-minute, well, you know, Kingdom is 3, Cage of Agony is 3, so it's 6. So I thought it was going to be like a 12-man tag team match. But, you know, yeah, 4 on 4, so it's 8. So there you go. Match was pretty decent. It was, you know, another chaotic match with a lot of that. Match went 11 minutes, and in the end, obviously the faces get the win. After Marshall Von Erich hits a top rope moonsault for a near fall on Michael Kanellis Bennett. Dustin hits Matt Taven with a final reckoning, and then Spanish God Sammy Guevara as a Swanton Bomb, and then Dustin, who is the legal man, gets the pin over Matt Taven. That sucks. 11-minute match. Meh. It was an okay match. 2.25 out of 5 stars. After the match, the villains, the Undisputed Kingdom and the Cage of Agony jump all of them, but then Kevin Von Erich, the legend that he is, and the father to Marsha and Ross, he comes out, makes the save, and then we get a humongous claw fest. And no, we didn't have lobsters or anything like that. So we got that. So they group claw to get rid of everybody, and that's pretty much it. So a nice little moment for the Von Erichs in England. And that's pretty damn nice. And we move on. Alright. Then we have the Outcast come out. Basically, it's Saraya Knight, or Paige, comes out with Harley Cameron and Paige's family, meaning Paige's mom and dad, Zachary Knight, a couple of other family members. They're all there for her big, huge moment, like she had one last year when she won the AEW Women's Championship, and then proceeded to lose it like a week later, to, I think, Sheeta, who then lost it to Toni Storm. Of course, we all know that. Alright, so Harley Cameron says that Paige is mad, and then Paige goes on a big, huge rant. Well, that's the first rant she went on about not being on the show despite being the best British women's wrestler ever. That might be debatable. And then out of nowhere, we get the music of the returning Jamie fucking Hayter, who came out looking like Becky Lynch with ginger red hair, comes out and basically beats the crap out of security guards, most of Paige's family, on her way to Saraya. She takes out her mom, sweet Saraya, getting in a cheap shot, and she marches right to the ring to get revenge on the person who took her out, which was then it was Ruby Soho and Toni Storm, and then Saraya, before all of them broke up. But then Paige escapes, which allows Jamie Hayter to take out Harley Cameron with, I think, Haterade, and that's it. So, Jamie Hayter is back. I mean, she's back with a vengeance. Now, I don't know if she's going to team back up with Rebel and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, baby. So we'll have to see what happens on Wednesday night, Dynamite. But, like I said, that was the first rant that Paige made. She went off F-bombs galore at the media scrum, yelling about she's not getting respected, and just, saying, I'm the best, I'm Paige, bitch, this and that. Then her family's basically about to rip RJ City apart. Renee runs for cover. Daddy Magic, Matt Maynard, just sits in his seat. It's like, don't you move. I was like, damn. Shit. She went off. And her contract's about to expire soon, so I'm thinking she might stay a little while longer to finish her feud with Jamie Hayter, and then pretty much maybe go back to WWE, or retire. I don't know what's going to happen. She's 30 or 31 years old. She's going out with Ronnie Radke, a Falling in Reverse. They should be married by now, but I mean, she always talks about, when she used to be on Twitch, used to always talk about him, always had him on her streams with her dog. But nowadays you don't see Paige on Twitch that much anymore. Kind of like Rosemary, but But Rosemary frequents the Twitch realm every so often. That's that. Alright. So we got that. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then the last 9 minutes of the pre-show are spent on the entrances to the opener, so we can get to the main show quickly. And the main show pretty much, the entire show, the main show started at 1 and ended at exactly 5 o'clock, because the media scrum was right after. I think it ends about 7:30, almost 8 o'clock, actually. But with all the BS that was going on, Mariah May with a eulogy, that was fun on Toni Storm, which I'll get to the match in a minute. Mercedes Moné and Camille, talking. Some idiot reporter asked Mercedes a dumb clown question, and that's the first dumb question of the scrum. Like, who are these journalists and why are they there asking stupid questions? It's like if Meltzer said that. I'm like, get him out of here. Fuck you, Meltzer. Go suck the Young Buck's dick some more. So they asked. One of them asked Mercedes a personal question, and she didn't like it, and she went off on that person. I don't blame her. And then Tony Khan actually went off on a reporter for saying that the reporter said that the FTW title was a joke title, which it is, but he just went off saying, no, it's an actual title. It was a legit question, actually, so I'm not gonna bash the reporter for asking, say, why do you even have this belt? It's a joke. It was just made by Taz, who then gave it to Brian Cage, who never even earned it. He was like, I don't need this belt anymore. And I'm like, alright, so we had Brian Cage, Ricky Starks, then Hook, and then Jericho. Now, well, we'll see what happens later. Alright, that's that. So we open the main show up properly, and we start off with match number 1 for the AEW Trios titles, the London Ladders match, pitting the champs, the Patriarchy, Christian, Luchasaurus, and Nick freaking Wayne with his hot mom. Nick Wayne's mom has got it going on. And she did. Taking on the House of Black, Malachi Black, Brody King, and Buddy Murphy, along with the Bang Bang Gang, Guns Up, of Rock Hard, Juice Robinson, and the Ass Boys, Austin and Colton Gunn, taking on the wildcard team of Claudio Castagnoli, Swiss Death, and William Yuta, the resident schmuck, and the hometown boy, Pac, the bastard, in the most unlikely tag team. Well, I think now Pac is actually in the group because the Lucha Bros are basically in WWE. They just haven't signed yet. We haven't heard anything about them signing, but looks like they're going to be going to, I think they're going to NXT. I don't know why, but they should go to the main roster. I don't know what brand you would put them on. I'd put them on Raw. Maybe to go against the Mexican Wolf. Well, no, they're on SmackDown. Well, any brand would love to have the Lucha Brothers, and they're a definite tag team in the running for those tag team belts on either brand, even in NXT. But I don't think NXT would. They don't even need to be in NXT. It's like Shinsuke Nakamura. He went from New Japan down to NXT, had a great run in NXT, 2-time NXT World Champion, and then goes up to the main roster and pretty much has done, he's done some things, but now it's just like, where is he? Surfing, basically. Well, I just don't think creative, which is, as we all know, creative is uncreative about being creative. They just have nothing for Shinsuke right now. I don't know when he's coming back. He has done some house shows, but what does he do? Lose. In a match in Japan, the last time he actually was in the ring, he was with Cody and AJ Styles. AJ and Shinsuke reliving that feud from New Japan. Fucking epic. And then Cody and Nakamura kind of reliving their feud. AJ and Cody, from earlier this year. Which, that horrible I Quit match. That was bad. It was barbaric, but the ending was just ridiculous. Cody trying to hit AJ with the stairs. I quit! Come on, really? Take it like a man. Alright, so we got that. This match was barbaric to start the show. Lots of flippy dippity doos, use of the ladders, Buddy Matthews hits a big flippy dippity doo over the top. That was pretty sick. Then the Ass Boys pay homage to the Dudley Boys by slamming Pac, and then they hit "What Up?" And Taz's like, "Hey, I've seen that movie before. I know those guys who do that." I'm like, "Say it's on pay-per-view. They're not watching." Anyway, so then Christian, who wasn't at it, he was in the back. He finally comes out when the ring cleared. He tries to go up the ramp, up the ladder to grab the trios titles. Gets pulled down by Brody King, who throws Christian to the outside. Throws him to the outside. Then he gets surrounded by everybody. Then he gets beat. He gets his ass handed to him. And then Nick Wayne's mom gets in the ring, and I'm like, wait a minute, no. She's gonna go grab the titles. And then the Ass Boys cut her off. I'm like, oh, please hit 310 and Yuma on her. No, I want to see her take a bump. Not a scary bump, especially with the ladders and stuff like that, but still. And then she's going up, and then the Ass Boys like, no, you get down here. Nick Wayne's mom's like, yeah, okay. And then Luchasaurus comes in, chokeslams them both, including one onto a ladder. Ow! Then we had those London tables, which look bigger than the actual American tables that are always used. Nick Wayne hits Wayne's World, party time, excellent. Party on, Wayne, party on, Garth. Okay. Does this guy know how to party or what? We're not worthy. Hi, I'm Wayne Campbell. I'm not meant to anything. I live in my parents' basement in Aurora, Illinois. I have my own TV show on public access television. And I have a hot wife named Cassandra. And her name was Cassandra. She's a babe. Swing! Moving on. Alright, so, Christian goes up top with Luchasaurus. Actually, Luchasaurus goes up top, but Christian's like, no. And then Luchasaurus like, fuck! And Christian goes to grab the titles, but that gets broken up. Then Claudio gets to beat the fuck out of the Guns. Hits the swing to Juice Robinson into the KRS-One by William Yuta. Guns have to make the save. Then it's more table time. And then pretty much almost everybody gets put through tables, which led Juice Robinson to pull Malachi Black off the ladder. Nick Wayne goes up, gets knocked into another table violently. Yikes. So, we get the big, huge ladder, like 10 feet tall ladder, which is basically grazing the titles. Pac goes up, but gets pulled back down as Nick Wayne's mom gives something to Christian, and it's some type of hairspray, or aerosol spray, some kind, which goes right into William Yuta's eyes. Good. And takes him off the ladder. Christian puts a ladder onto him, unloads with chair shots. Ow. Juice Robinson blocks Mother Wayne's spray, like when the Patriarchy won the tag team belts, or the Trios tag team belts, I should say. And he sprays her in the face. And then Luchasaurus knocks Juice Robinson through a table, leaving Christian and Buddy Matthews go up a pair of ladders. Christian spears him down through a table. And looked like Christian hurt himself because he landed and he's like, grabbing, like, ah! I think he went like head first into the bottom of the table. That was a little scary there, but, you know, Christian pulled his, you know, he was, there was that. But he's good enough to get picked up by Luchasaurus, who picks him up, climbs up the ladder, but then Pac goes up, the crowd's going nuts. He kicks Christian and Luchasaurus down, and then the crowd gets to his feet, they're all ready, and Pac gets his Wembley moment. He pulls down the titles. We have new AEW Trios Champions in the Blackpool Cup Club of Claudio Castagnoli. And, yeah, William Yuta gets another belt. But Pac gets his all-in moment, his Wembley moment. In 19 minutes, match was great. 3.5 out of 5 stars, and that's how you open the show. Great match. So congrats to, well, I guess now you can call them the Blackpool Pac Club, or I don't know what they're gonna call them. But great match. All right, match number 2. I'm surprised this was match number 2. Should have been later in the card, but we get it anyway. For the AEW Women's title, we have Timeless Toni Storm. Darling! Great entrance, by the way. Luther comes back. I knew that he was going to come back. And then, she takes on Mariah May, the hometown girl. Big entrance there as well. Her mom was in the audience. Yeah. This was crazy. Another epic match. Back and forth they went. Mariah, dropkicks Luther, knocking him down, and to make it even worse, Mariah goes over to her own mother in the crowd, who was like, "What are you doing?" Psh, smack right in the face. And then that delay let Toni hit Storm Zero onto the steps, which somehow busted Mariah May wide open. And then Toni Storm goes over to hug Mariah May's mom. And even Mariah May gave a little kiss to Nigel even before all the slapping her mom thing. Nigel's all, hard in his pants and he's a married man, you simp. But that's that. But in any case, they keep going. Lots of near falls galore. Mariah May goes after the fingers, kicks Toni in the pussy, and then on cue, Toni kicked her right in the pussy. It would have been better if they grabbed each other by the pussy, but And then we have a cameo by Donald Trump. Gotta grab him by the pussy. It's huge. But in any case, Mariah hits Mayday for a very near fall, and then she goes to grab the AEW Women's Championship, but Luther's like, no. Instead, Mariah grabs the bloody shoe. Watch out for the shoe! But Toni takes it away, and she's about to hit Mariah with it, but she's like, she just can't bring herself to do it. But Mariah rolls her up for a near fall, and then Mariah knees her in the face, in the front, then the back. Then she picks up Toni, kisses her on the head, should have been the lips, but on the head, and then hits Storm Zero. 1, 2, 3, we have another new AEW Women's Champion in Mariah May. 15-minute match, great match. Again, this time I gave this match 4 out of 5 stars because it was great. Great build to the feud, which I don't even think is going to end. Because we saw Toni Storm and Luther pretty much leave the parking lot. Not in a car. Toni Storm was seen going into the parking lot, and Luther's trying to go after her. And then basically Tony Storm's like going out and dancey, kind of like the Joker when he was going down the steps dancing and shit. The new Joker. The second one's supposed to come out with Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. That's pretty damn nice. And we got that. So, great match. Congrats to Mariah May, who basically read a eulogy at the media scrum for Tony Storm. But I think this feud is far from over. I think we're going to get a rematch, maybe at All Out, or maybe we'll get it at Wrestle Dream, but we'll see. Alright, 4 out of 5 stars for that. Moving on. Alright, then we go to kind of, I think this was the low point of the pay-per-view. A lot of people said it was good because of the tactics used. I just thought the match was kind of just bleh. But anyway, so we have match number 3 for the FTW title. We have Chris Jericho, who came down and sang with Fozzy with their hit song Spotlight. So that was pretty cool. Even though the crowd hated Jericho. We were booing his ass. So he comes out with the rest of the Learning Tree. Big Cass, who the fans still love. And Brian Keith, the bounty hunter. And he takes on They Send for the Man. And Hook comes out. One-Eyed Willie. So, get that. And like I said, the match was it was hardcore, but I just felt it didn't have an oomph like the last 2 matches. But anyway. So we get some cricket balls. Hook hits Jericho with them. Brian Keith comes in with a trash can. Hook at one point, took off the eye patch. He's like, I can see! That was interesting because it's like Moxley wore an eye patch and did the same exact thing a couple years ago when Jericho stabbed him with the key to that car that he supposedly gave him, and then Moxley just stole it anyway. Blah 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 blah. We have a barbed wire board on another table, which was set up by Brian Keith. Hook slips out of a chokeslam. Jericho goes after the good eye, the blind Hook. And then we get one hell of a trash can shot. Puts Hook down. Jericho goes for the Juice Effect elbow, gets counted into a T-bone Tazplex, which allows Hook to reveal that, like I said, he was like, I can see! And then, he locks on the Red Rum, the Kata Hajime. Big Bill has to make the save. FTW rules. It's allowed, so no disqualification. Jericho accidentally knocks him into the barbed wire board. Ow! And then Brian Keith gets up for a cheap shot. And then Taz gets off a commentary and actually does something for once. And locks in the Kata Hajime on Brian Keith. And then Hook gets up and locks in the Red Rum again. Jericho just tapped out this time. And Hook gets the title back for the 3rd time in 10 minutes. And that's it. Then, him and his father, Taz, share a great moment after the match. I thought that was nice. But as far as the match, the tactics, yeah, it was it was hardcore. But as far as the match went, the fans hated it. I didn't really like it that much, so I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, match number 4, pretty much it was a 12-match card. But in any case, match number 4 for the tag team titles, we got the Young Bucks. Right here, baby. Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, who came out looking like Sgt. Pepper. I saw that, I'm like, holy shit, I'm going back to 1997 when I had my college radio show called The Time Machine. And we used to have Lonely Hearts Night, which we played ballads from classic rock and heavy metal in the 80s and shit. And at the end of that show, we always used to play Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band by the Beatles. So the Bucks paid homage to the Beatles and came out like members of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. I thought that was nice. And then they're taking on FTR, Fuck the Revival, Cash, Clock Wheeler, and Dax Hardwood. Got that. Then we had the Acclaimed, Max Caster and Anthony Bowens, along with Daddy Ass, Billy Gunn. Don't forget, ladies. I know it's late, but we can still scissor me, mommy ass. Moving on. All right, Max Caster, was pretty much nervous. I think this, being on a big stage, he rushed through his rap, which I didn't even hear any of it. And that's that. This match was pretty good as well. Back and forth they went. The Acclaim came this close to winning after Billy Gunn stopped Matt with another belt shot. And then Billy Gunn comes in, hits a Famouser on the belt, and then Anthony Bowens hits the Arrival, and then Max Caster came off the top with the mic drop. They're about to win the belts, but Nick barely made the save, and then Dax Hardwood rolls Nick up for a near fall. He gets hit with the belt from the outside, and then the Bucks come in, hit the EVP trigger on Dax Hardwood. 1, 2, 3. Still your reigning, defending AEW Tag Team titles. The Young Bucks, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson. Under 13.5 minute match. Pretty good. 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that's it. And then afterwards, the Bucks are celebrating, and then the crowd starts going nuts. We're like, what's going on? And then we see the grizzled young veterans, Drake and Gibson. They're back in AEW. I hope they got signed this time, because they only came for a cup of coffee. Now they're back to come for a stare down with the Bucks. So I can bet you nothing. Probably at All Out, we're gonna get the Bucks in Chicago defending against the Grizzled Young Veterans, and we all know the Grizzled Young Veterans are not gonna win the belts, because every time they get it's basically the second coming of of Enzo and Cass. Every time Enzo and Cass used to get a tag team title shot, this close to actually winning the belts. The same thing with the Grizzled Young Veterans, and even in the Dusty Cup, they went to the finals, lost. Even when there were the Grizzled Young Veterans, away from the Dusty Cup, every time they got a tag title shot, lost. Then, when they got with Joe Gacy to form the Dyad, a couple of tag title matches, lost. So, what's the point? I mean, it's good for the tag team division, but still, you gotta give the Grizzled Young Veterans at least a title shot. They came this close to the past five years at least of getting those titles, and we'll see what happens with that. So it looks like we're gonna get the Bucks and the Grizzled Young Veterans probably at All Out, and I think the Bucks will retain. I don't know who's gonna lose to at this point, but we'll see what happens with that. And move on. Match was pretty good, like I said, 3.25 out of 5 stars. Let me just take a sip of my water. That's pretty much it. Alright. Match number 5. I think this could be debatable. This was co-match of the night. I always gave this match of the pay-per-view the Casino Gauntlet match, a 21-person gauntlet match with staggered entrances. The fall can happen at any time, even if the entrants haven't even come out yet. So, entrant number 1 can pin entrant number 2 and the match is over. And the winner gets a future world title shot, which they can cash in at any place and any time. So basically, it's the kind of reverse of the, well, not the reverse, well, yeah, basically the it's like Money in the Bank without the ladders. And all you do is just win the contract. Alright, so we had Freshly Squeezed Orange Juice. Orange Cassidy come at number 1 with some weird freaking entrance. Was in all black now. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Alright, so he's number 1. Then we have Okada, the Continental Breakfast Champion, at number 2. And basically do nothing. And then at number 3, to get a countdown, almost like the Royal Rumble. At number 3, we have surprise number 1 of the night. Well, number 2 of the night of the pay-per-view. Nigel McGuinness, me love. He's out of retirement. He looks in great shape. The fans went completely berserk. I marked out. I didn't even have Nigel on my bingo card. I didn't even think he was coming back. I was thinking maybe at Wrestle Dream against a certain guy named Bryan Danielson. But he comes in, and him and Okada start going at it. I'm like, wow. I was like, wow. I was freaking marking the fuck out. Because I never saw Nigel and Okada, as far as I know, in New Japan or even in Ring of Honor. So anyway, so they grapple, Nigel takes Okada down. And then at number 4, we have Kyle O'Reilly Auto Parts. So he comes in, so it's going after Okada's arm. And then him and Nigel start going at it. Orange Cassidy comes back with Stone Cold Millionaire on, I think it was on Nigel. So Nigel took some bumps. He was still a little bit rusty. So, because he hasn't had a match in pretty much 13 years. Was his last match was in 2011 when he got diagnosed with hepatitis C. And some, yeah, basically hepatitis C. And when he was pretty much done with wrestling. He was pretty much done in TNA. Because he didn't really have much of a run in TNA as Desmond Wolfe, which I thought was a stupid name. At least he had a hot valet and what's her name? What's her name? I forgot her name. It's on the tip of my tongue because I'm thinking of that Ric Flair promo. Chelsea. Not Chelsea Green, but Chelsea. She was hot back in the day. Then pretty much he joins Ring of Honor as a commentator / booker / GM. All that. You know, he's been with Ring of Honor pretty much since then. Now he's doing, he was doing commentary with Kevin Kelly. Then doing Collision. Now, he still does Collision with Tony Baloney Schiavone. But now, he is back as a in-ring competitor. Whether it be on a part-time basis or who knows. But we get that. Then we count down to number 5 in the gauntlet. And it is the G1 Climax Champion himself, Zack Sabre Jr. And he comes in. And him and Nigel have a stare down. The fans are going nuts for 2 Brits. Oh. Man, my dick was about to explode. Holy shit. Your dick was about to explode for 2 guys. Shut up. Not like that, okay? You sick fucks. Anyway, they trade roles for a near fall. And then Okada takes Nigel's place. And Okada got slapped back to Japan, basically, because Zack Sabre Jr. went, BAM! Knocked him back to Japan. Then he gets in a weird neck crank. Okada slips out, hits a top rope elbow. Not the Macho Man elbow. Ooh, yeah, did it. Hits that, he gets back up. Zack Sabre Jr. goes for the leg, but at number 6, we have Roddy come out, and his entrance took so long that the next participant at number 7 was the funky chicken himself, the Ring of Honor champion Mark Briscoe. Reach for the sky, boy, Jay Briscoe. So he comes out and goes berserk. He goes buck wild on that bitch. Buck wild. Back on. Anyway, so he cleans house, and then the Hangman Adam Page at number 8 does some cowboy shit, but that's a little bit. That gets stopped by J-E-J-A-E-T. That's Jeff Jarrett at number 9. Fans still love him, even from Collision. Does the Jarrett strut. Woo! Like the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. So it's beating up Adam Page in the corner because that feud's still going on. Page breaks that up, powerbombs Jarrett onto everybody on the outside of the ring. Then the countdown clock appears and we get number 10. Surprise number 3. We have Ricochet. And, well, the reaction wasn't what I thought it was going to be. The crowd's like, yay! So Ricochet comes out, starts hammering away on Adam Page. And then Christian, doing double duty, limps his way to the ring at number 11. Ricochet cuts him off. And then Page starts going ape shit, doing some cowboy shit. Throws up the buckshot layer that gets broken up with a wicked guitar shot by Jeff Jarrett. And then Okada hits the Rainmaker on Jarrett. And then Orange Cassidy gets back up. The clean house. By the way, there was 12 men in his gauntlet. It was supposed to be 21, but I don't know. They couldn't find none other guys. But anyway, Orange Cassidy comes in and cleans house, walks right into the end of Heartache by Roddy. And then Mark Briscoe comes in and basically destroys them all. And then he accidentally helps Nigel hit the Tower of London, which we haven't seen in 13 years, on Zack Sabre Jr. And then Christian drops Nigel, and then Luchasaurus is the final member of the Gauntlet. He comes out, starts firing off choke slams to basically everybody, including one to Kyle O'Reilly. And then out of nowhere, Christian steals the pin. 1, 2, 3. He is the new number 1 contender to whoever wins between Swerve and Bryan Danielson. He can cash that title shot in at any time on the champion. So, under 26-minute match, but still very good. Nigel coming out of retirement to do the match was shocking. Ricochet, we all knew he signed. Just didn't know where he was going to end up. We knew he was going to be in the Gauntlet. No Bobby Lashley as of yet. No MVP, no Shelton Benjamin, not even Dijak, who we all forgot. I forgot about Dijak. But it is what it is. I think it was the wrong person to get the title. I was hoping Hangman would win and then maybe get a title shot, a final title shot at Swerve, but, well, that's not gonna happen. So now Christian, he wins the contract, and like I said, he can cash in at any place and any time. So I thought he was gonna cash in the main event, but then it would be doing triple duty, and I'm like, maybe he's like, I'm gonna save it for, another day. But we got that. But this match was great, 3.5 out of 5 stars, and that's that. Alright, match number 6, the match of the night. Will Ocean Spray and coming out like Assassin's Creed, that was epic. Takes on basically Uncle Sam, Mr. Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker, the American champion. And then MJF has a big American flag come down from the rafters, and streamers come down, and really that was dumb having the streamers because they got caught in the lights on the top and everything, and some of them started coming down and kind of distracted the match a little bit. So don't do that ever again. So Taz says that Max is just getting heat and everything. But still, back and forth they went. Ospreay dives onto MJF, catches him, and hits a tombstone on the floor. But Ocean Spray is right back on his feet 51 seconds later. Catches MJF's moonsault into a Spanish fly. Nice. To go back in, MJF's draped over the top for a shooting star to the back for a near fall. Goes for Stormbreaker, gets countered into the crossroads. Somebody's doing Cody's move for near fall. They go back and forth. MJF walked right into Stormbreaker for a near fall. Ocean Spray loads up the hidden blade, but MJF rolls out to the apron instead. Ocean Spray tries for the Oz Cutter and missed. Ospreay only hits the mat very hard. Ow. Then a Canadian Destroyer on the apron, even to make it even worse. Where Ospreay gets knocked silly to the point where he collapses because MJF was trying for his version of the hidden blade, and Ocean Spray is like, ugh, and just collapsed. And then MJF takes him to the apron, tries to go for the Heat Seeker, gets blocked again because it was blocked early in the match, and now Ocean Spray hits the Oz Cutter on the apron. Ow. And then a dive takes out a cameraman. And then Ocean Spray is going to check on him. Bryce Remsburg is trying to check on him. That allows MJF to grab the belt. And then Ocean Spray super kicks MJF and goes after him again. Knocks into Bryce for a ref bump. And then MJF hits Ocean Spray in the balls. Throws up another belt shot. But then we see a man in black jump up on the apron and stop MJF. And then knocks him to the floor with a forearm. Then he takes off the mask and it's Daniel Garcia. I told you he was coming back. And MJF starts screaming at him, says, "What the fuck are you doing here? Get out of here!" And Daniel Garcia just like stares off, like a death stare into MJF. And he just stays on the apron. And that led to a running forearm. Drops MJF again. And then Ocean Spray picks up MJF. And he finally hits Tiger Driver 91. Like Bryan Danielson told him to do. 1, 2, 3. We have a new AEW American Champion and Will Ocean Spray in over 25.5 minutes. This was great. 4.25 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, Christopher Daniels comes out and gives, Sorry about that. And then after the match, like I said, Christopher Daniels comes out, presents Ocean Spray with his old belt, the Intercontinental title. So the American title was only here for almost a month. Now it's bye-bye, so long, farewell. I don't know where Max goes from here. His diamond ring got stolen. I don't know who stole it. Probably somebody in the hotel. Most likely the bellboy. Or something, or maybe he did lose it. I think he either lost it or somebody in housekeeping or the bellboy just like looked in his luggage when he was out and took the ring. Now he's going to be asking for a lot of money to give the ring back. And I don't know if MJF's going to get the ring back. I mean, if they're going to do another diamond ring match or whatever, you know, MJF's going to eventually have to defend it for the 5th year in a row. And we'll see what happens with that. But if he has no ring, they can't do the match. So I think some monetary value will be involved in that. And that's that. Alright, after that, match number 7, I think they should have flip-flopped this. But anyway, for the TBS title, we have the CEO horse, Mercedes Moné, who came out in a horse and carriage with like 3 corgis in there, and Camille, she's a brick house. Coming down to the ring with her, she defends against Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, baby. And the corgis were actually Mercedes Moné's. I didn't even know that. That had to be a long as fuck plane ride with those corgis in the luggage area, in the back of the plane. That should have been fun. Blah 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 blah. All right, so this match was pretty good. There were times it kind of felt Britt hit a Gilmore cutter, bang, drops Mercedes, but Mercedes goes to the back again. Well, the injured backer of Britt Baker for some near falls, and then Mercedes throws up something, and it gets reversed into an air raid crash for a near fall. They go to the top. Mercedes tries another slam. That gets reversed into a really sick super power slam for a very near fall. Mercedes tries a belt shot, but gets caught by the referee. I forget who that. I think it was Aubrey, which allowed Camille to tease a belt shot with the New Japan Strong Women's title belt. But then Britt Baker does her best Eddie Guerrero essay, impression, and it just drops down like she got hit with a belt. And then Camille gets sent. You're out of here. Gets sent to the back. And then Britt hits the Panama City Sunrise. That's Adam Cole's former move, because he's not from Panama City anymore. He's from Pittsburgh now. But anyway, she hits the Panama City Sunrise for a very near fall. Then she grabs her her glove, puts it on, and locks in the lockjaw. It goes on, but then Mercedes bites the fingers. We're gonna bite her! And then they jockey for, looked like a gory bomb, but Mercedes was able to hit the Moneymaker. 1, 2, 3, she retains the TBS title in just under 17 and a half minutes. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Alright, so I gave the match 3 out of 5 stars. Could have been a little bit better, but Mercedes retains. A little bit of help from Camille. But we'll see what happens with that. I can see Jamie Hayter being the next in line, possibly beating Mercedes, and then maybe having a feud with Britt Baker. But I mean, we'll have to see what happens with that, because Jamie Hayter just came back, so probably down the line. And that's it for that. And we move on for that. Sorry about that. Alright, then we move on. Maybe Britt Baker goes into a feud with Deonna Purrazzo. We'll see what happens this Wednesday night on the program. That's that. Match number 8 for the TNT title in a coffin match. We have the scapegoat, Jack Perry. Nice little entrance he had. And then he takes on, the man who hasn't lost a coffin match, and that's, Hi guys, it's Darby Allin. How you guys doing? I come from Seattle. So he comes out. He has like freaking thumbtacks attached to his face with the, that looked nasty. And he comes out with a skateboard full of attacks as well. Attacks Jack Perry with a chair. They go to the floor. Jack Perry gets put in the chair for a big old dive. And then it's time to use the coffin. But Jack Perry cuts up a dive. And cuts up a dive. They go back in the ring. Jack Perry grabs a bag and he opens it. And I don't know, you would think it would be tax? Nope, it's real glass. Crimea River. So the fans are like, "Oh, cry me a river." And then they start chanting, "Fuck CM Punk! Fuck CM Punk!" And Jack Perry's like, he starts swearing at the fans. Darby drives a skateboard into his back after back body dropping him into the glass. Ow! They go outside. Darby has another dive, but he gets rammed into the coffin. They start going up the ramp, and Jack Perry throws Darby off the stage, through a table and some electrical things. Oh, nothing exploding, of course. And then Jack Perry grabs him and throws him into a body bag, carries him back to the ring. Jack Perry throws him into the coffin. Darby tries to do his best Undertaker impersonation, sticks his head out of the body bag, but then Jack Perry hits that running Buzaico knee strike, knocks out Darby, and Jack Perry shuts the lid of the coffin to end the match and retain the belt. So finally, Darby loses his first coffin match. Match still was barbaric. Could have been a lot more barbaric in my view. But still, I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. After the match, the Young Bucks come out with some gasoline. And they put gasoline on the body bag. They put gasoline on the casket. And Jack Perry's like, "Oh, you want to light me on fire like you tried to do it in Blood and Guts? Well, I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to actually commit legit murder." So he's about to light the casket on fire. Then the lights go out. And then we have Sabu. No, we don't have Sabu. It's Stink. Sting comes back for the save. He comes down. Jack Perry chairs in the back for basically no effect. So Jack Perry runs for his life, which leaves Sting to hit the Scorpion Death Drop on both of the Bucks. And then Sting forgot about that Darby was in the freaking coffin. And he takes Darby out of the body bag, out of the coffin, and then they pose together. So didn't really make Jack Perry look like a murderer. And that's pretty much it. So 62-year-old retired Sting, he's an ambassador now, and we kind of were talking about when he retired back, I think in February at Revolution, that he was going to be an ambassador to AEW. He was going to show up at All Out. There you go. That's that. And then Jack Perry did a promo after the show, basically yelling at Sting. He says, "If you get in my business again, I'll give you a real reason to retire." And then basically says, "If anybody tries to come for my belt, I'm gonna beat him. If you don't like that, cry me a river." So I'm like, there you go. So I don't know if they're gonna do another match with Darby and Jack Perry. God forbid they'll think about a Human Torch match. I mean, how bad was the only one in wrestling history, which was in WCW with Sting and Vampiro? How that ended? Oh, that was bad. Sting almost missed the crash pad. It was just a bad match. That's pretty much it. So we'll see where Jack Perry goes from here, where Darby goes from here. They were penciling him in to get a world title run. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, like I said, match I gave 3 out of 5 stars, and that's it. And that leads us to your main event of the pay-per-view, match number 9 for the AEW World Heavyweight title. We had Bryan Danielson, yes, who comes out probably for the final time with the final countdown. The fans are going nuts. of course, singing the entire song. Brie is in the crowd with Buddy and Birdie. I thought that was a nice touch. He takes on Swerve. So Strickland comes out with, of course, my good friend Prince Nana and the rappers that sing Big Pressure, his theme song. So they go down to the ring, and we get the big match intros by Mr. Justin Roberts. That was pretty damn nice. Then we get to the match. Match was great. Sir tries a Death Valley Driver. Paul Turner gets knocked down, so you get a little ref bump. Prince Nana slides in the title. And then Sir hits the JML Driver onto the belt, knocking Danielson silly and busting him wide open. And then Swerve asks, why do we have to do this when Danielson's family's watching? And then he's fine enough to hit a middle rope elbow to the back. They go outside. Swerve stomps right in front of Brie, Buddy, and Birdie. I thought that was a little bit over the line. Because Birdie was crying. Like, oh, Daddy! Yeah. It was a little bit... And then brings him back to the ring. Goes for the Swerve stomp and missed. Danielson then pulls him into an STF. That gets broken up. But Danielson comes right back with a clothesline for a double down. And then Danielson gets up. Tries for a cattle mutilation. He gets broken up. Danielson sells for the yes kicks of doom. And then a Tiger superplex drops Swerve almost on his freaking head. That was sick. Then he locks in cattle mutilation. Swerve powers out. Hits a vertebraker for... Oh, it looked nasty. They had to stop the match momentarily. Doc Samson, a couple other people came in to check on Danielson. And then Swerve's like, we're not gonna end it like that! But somehow Danielson's like, I'm okay! Someone stopped the damn match. So Swerve gets all mad, hits a Swerve stomp for a near fall. Then he hits not one, but two back-to-back house calls for near falls. Swerve's all mad. Danielson gets up and they strike away, setting up a triangle choke. Then we cut to Birdie, who's not watching the match. Kind of felt like I was having like visions of when The Rock and Mick Foley had their I Quit match at the Royal Rumble, where Mick Foley's then wife and Noelle Foley and Dewey were really young kids at the time. They were seeing their daddy basically get like 25 chair shots from The Rock, and Noelle's crying up a storm. Dewey's crying up a storm. So that's how I felt when Birdie was looking at her dad basically getting stomped to death. And then basically getting his ass handed to him. Then Danielson suplexes Swerve down, hits the running Psycho knee, which basically, he hits it and Swerve just like backed up, and he went, take that, dude, off your shoulder, Jay-Z. Brushes it off, hits another house call. Then the JML Driver, and somehow Danielson kicked out at 2.99999999995. And Swerve's like, can you just die already? But Danielson's still in the fight. Swerve loads up his own Psycho kick, but then the Hangman, Adam Page, comes out for a distraction. So I'm like, oh, there's all out right there. So Danielson hits the running Psycho knee. I thought he was about to win the belt, but Nana almost made the diving save, but Swerve barely kicked out at 2.99995. Then he slug it out again. Swerve tries for a roll, but gets kneed down. And then another Psycho kick to the back. Sets up the bell lock. Somehow Swerve powers out of that. And then Danielson breaks the fingers, almost Marty Skull style, Pete Dunne style. And then he pulls Swerve into the Rings of Saturn, well, a variation of the Rings of Saturn, and eventually Swerve had to tap out. So we have a new AEW World Champion for the very first time. Bryan Danielson gets the win. Confetti goes off. Pac, Claudio, William Yuta are in the ring. So the entire Blackpool Cup Club have the belts. But that's that. But this was a great match. 4 out of 5 stars. And then Brie, Buddy, and Birdie get in the ring to celebrate. And like I said, Claudio, William Yuta, and Pac join them to end the show. I was thinking they was gonna end on a really sour note, like Christian would come out and ruin the fun, but we have that. So I don't know if Danielson's gonna defend the belt at All Out, but I'm pretty sure he will defend the belt. Probably against the winner of the Grand Slam tournament at maybe at Wrestle Dream, which is in Tacoma, Washington. It's basically his hometown. So, but Christian has that guaranteed title shot, which he can use at any time. So he can cash in this Wednesday night. He can cash in at Grand Slam. He can cash in at Wrestle Dream. He can cash in at Full Gear. He can cash in you don't even have to cash in this year. He can cash in next year if you wanted to. I don't know how long that goes. It was like the Money in the Bank. You have to use it before the year ends. Well, in 1 year's time. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how long you can use that contract for. But basically, Money in the Bank without the briefcase. So we got that. So so now Bryan Danielson is the champ. Don't know what's gonna happen with him. Now he's like, I'm gonna, he won the title. Now is he gonna, fulfill his promise to his kids and not wrestle anymore or do like a part-time basis? So we'll have to see what happens with him on Dynamite this Wednesday. We're gonna have a big celebration for him, and then maybe Christian comes out. Maybe we'll crash in that night. Who knows? But Christian has all the cards in his favor right now. I would hate for them to give him the belt. I would just hate it because I'll just be another sucky champion. But we'll see what happens with that. And that ends All In, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're on the road to All Out next Saturday night, September the 7th, beginning, I believe, at 7 or 8 p.m. Probably be at 7. With the pre-show at probably about 6:30, 7 o'clock, and the main show at 8. So it's going to go 8 to about 12, most likely, with the scrum after that. So the entire thing won't end until like 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning, Chicago time. But yeah, we got that. And Collision will be, I think it's going to be taped or live September the 6th, going head-to-head with SmackDown. The ratings aren't going to be good for that. And then I found out from the professor, my good buddy, the Professor Sheldon Jackson, if you're nasty, that during Grand Slam, we're going to get a live Dynamite and taped Rampage and Collision. But Collision will be on that Saturday. And Rampage will be Rampage on Saturday. And I think that Rampage is going to be taped. Collision will also be taped. I don't know if the same day. It was going to be a day after. I don't know how it's going to work. But we'll have to see what happens with that. But that's in the end of September. That's like a month away from now. We're basically about a month. So we'll see what happens with that. So after All Out, we're on the road to Grand Slam. And then after Grand Slam, we're on the road to Wrestle Dream number 2. And then we'll see what happens with that as we go through October into November with Full Gear, I believe number 6. But we'll see what happens with that. And then we're going to end the year December the 28th. I don't know where. Might be in Long Island again. but I think I heard they might be not doing it in Long Island this year. But it's December the 28th, 2024, the final pay-per-view of the year. It's going to be World's End 2. And that's that. And then it ends the year for AEW. Regarding WWE, we got Bash at Berlin this coming Saturday. NXT No Mercy coming up. Yeah, NXT No Mercy coming up on next Sunday. And then after that, we got Bad Blood October the 5th. Halloween Havoc October the 27th. Bound for Glory, right, pretty much on the I think on the 18th, on the 19th or the 20th, I think. I forget what the date at the official date is, but that's gonna be in Detroit. Emergence is next week. Well, not this week, next weekend as well. So that's gonna be exciting for all you TNA-ites out there. And then I think that's it for October. November, we got a big month. We got Crown Jewel, November the 2nd in Saudi Arabia, and then November the 30th in Vancouver, Survivor Series War Games with the Bloodline Civil War. That's gonna be pretty much the main event. So that we got that. And then December, we got NXT Deadline, the final pay-per-view of the year for WWE and NXT. TNA will have, like I said, Bound for Glory. I think they got Victory Road, I think, after that. They got 2 more shows after that to end the year, and then we turn the clock over in January. We start off with Wrestle Kingdom 8, I think it's 19. Then Wrestle Dynasty the day after, which is going to be on a Sunday night at 11 p.m. So that's going to be, a pain in the butt, because a lot of people like me are going to be staying up to like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning to watch Wrestle Kingdom, and then we're gonna take a long nap on Sunday. Get up Sunday afternoon, do what we gotta do, watch some football. Pretty much football pretty much all the way up until about 10. I don't know if there's a pre-show for Wrestle Dynasty, but 11 o'clock we're gonna be watching late night wrestling from Japan. Wrestle Dynasty with AEW, Ring of Honor, and New Japan. And I think CMLL as well. It's going to be a great pay-per-view. I think January the 5th or 6th for you Japanese people out there. So that's going to be great. And then we got Harder to Kill for TNA. New Year's Evil for NXT. They got the Raw debut on Netflix. So that should be fun. And then we don't go to the Royal Rumble at the end of January. We begin February with the Royal Rumble from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana. Then the next day is NXT Vengeance Day. I think from the same place, or it's going to be from somewhere different. We got that. Got the Elimination Chamber coming up. I don't know if it's going to be overseas or where it's going to be. We got that. Now, we're pretty much on the road to WrestleMania. WrestleMania 41 in Vegas. We got Revolution coming up, I believe, in March. We got Grand Slam, like I said, in Australia. So that should be fun that week to do that. But a lot of good things coming up in the world of professional wrestling. Some new stars might be coming in to AEW, like Bobby Lashley, maybe Dominic Dijak, maybe MVP, maybe Shelton Benjamin, and more surprises to come in AEW, Ring of Honor, and WWE, NXT. Julia finished Marigold this weekend, and she's officially going to be coming to NXT. We might see her this coming Sunday, at No Mercy, maybe after the whole Julia after Julia basically beats, not Julia, what am I saying? Roxy beats Jada Parker. I think Julia will come out for a big stare down, and that's gonna set up the next month. I think they might do that match at Halloween Havoc, or they might do it on TV. Who knows? And then Stephanie McClure, if she can get her visa settled, she'll be debuting for NXT. Maybe go after that Women's North American title, or maybe the world title. We'll see. I'd like to see Julia and well, not gonna be this year. I would like to see Julia and Stephanie McClure for the NXT Women's Championship at Stand and Deliver in April during WrestleMania weekend on August the 19th. April the 19th. We got that. And also, next year is going to be big too. WrestleMania 41 in Vegas, all in Texas in July. Forbidden Door number 4 in August in Wembley. It's going to be a big year. SummerSlam might be two nights. We know 2026 will be. It's going to be in Indianapolis. We don't know where 25 is going to be yet. They were hinting Minnesota, but I don't know about that. Depends what Hunter says, of course. And lots of good things coming your way. We don't know about AEW and the TV deal with Warner Bros. Discovery. If Tony Khan signed the deal yet, or he's gonna make a big announcement. He's saying there's more big announcements to come. It's gonna shake AEW to its core and everything. So I think Bobby Lashley and MVP might come in to form their faction. Don't know about Dijak. I don't know about Shelton Benjamin. I would love if Shelton come in and team up with Bobby Lashley, but we'll see what happens with that. We got the Lucha Brothers going to NXT, probably either NXT, I would hope, the main roster, or the NXT. Ricky Stark's going to NXT, pretty much almost signed right now. Paige might be going back for one final run in WWE. Don't know where Becky's going to go right now. She's basically staying home with her daughter, Rue. Hasn't really signed a contract. Seth Rollins is now out. Seth Rollins is out with his, he has nagging injuries that, kind of came back. So, I don't know if we're going to see Seth at all the rest of this year. I mean, maybe. Maybe we see him by the end of the year. But, I mean, we'll see what happens with that. And, Roman's back. And that's a good thing. That's, pretty much it. I don't think we're going to see Roman this Friday night in Berlin. I think the next time we see Roman is going to be, on the road to Bad Blood. I think he's supposed to be on the show after. I think he's going to be on the September 6th or 3rd. No, he's going to be on the 13th. I know that. Because that's the Raw, the SmackDown debut on the USA Network. So Roman will be back, I think in 2 weeks. So he's just going to sell the beat down from the fake as fuck bloodline. A lot of people saying Jimmy Uso might show up at Bash in Berlin to help Cody. He doesn't even need to help Cody, but still. But, maybe he does, maybe he doesn't, but who knows at this point? Who knows? And that's that. But lots of good stuff coming your way. And we're going to keep going to pretty much the end of the year. Maybe into early January. And then as we get to February, it might be a little bit dicey. But it's August the 26th right now. So we got basically 4.5 months to go. Counting September, October, all November, all December. So, basically 4+ months to go. And we'll see where we go in 2025. Let's get through the rest of this year, and then we'll assess. By the time we hit my birth, level 48 and the end of the year, we'll assess the situation and everything. and that's pretty much it. But it's not like I'm leaving or anything. But we'll see what happens in 2020 as we get into the end of the year and into 2025. I'm hopeful that I'm pretty much going to be here for the rest of the year. But as we hit 2025, there may be some things with my job in 2025, and there might be some off moments. But I might be off for a little while. I might not. Hopefully, I won't. But we'll see what happens with that. But there's certain things that are There's certain things that may come up in January, but we'll see what happens with that regarding my job. Right now I'm about to get a little change in my schedule, and maybe as we hit 2025, we might get another change. But right now that's tentative. But right now we're getting through the fall season and everything. Lots of concerts I got to go to, especially Creed. Got one might be going to one in October. Might do some stuff with that, and got to see this. There might be one in November that I might be a part of, like I was in May, doing some video and audio works. That's why I put it up on my Metal God channel. So more might be coming in October and November, and we'll see what happens with all that. Alright, so I'm out of here, guys. I'm going to bed, because I gotta get up for work, basically, in the next, 5 hours, so gonna do that, and, that's it. So, we'll be back to normal. We're back to normal pretty much right now. We got another big week this week. The next 2 weeks are gonna be, chaos. We got Raw, NXT, Dynamite, Ring of Honor TNA, SmackDown, Rampage, Collision, the same night, that night of Bash in Berlin. I got the Bash in Berlin predictions on Friday on TGC 38, and then TGC 39 will come your way. That's this Sunday, actually. This coming Sunday, September the 1st, in the afternoon, probably the early afternoon or mid-afternoon, before the pay-per-view, I'll do TGC number 39, my No Mercy predictions, and then September the 7th, I'll do SmackDown and Ramp. Not Smack. I'll do I'm gonna do my SmackDown review just on that September 6th. That's the only video I'm gonna do that night. Then I'm going to do Rampage and Collision review that Saturday, that's September 7th in the afternoon. Then do TGC number 40, which is XL. It's going to be extra large, and like my dick. And that's going to be my... that's going to be episode 41, because I got to do 40... next Tuesday with the NFL, my NFL preview, and then 41 will be the all-out predictions video. So lots of videos coming your way over the next pretty much 2 weeks, as we go into Labor Day weekend and going through all out the first week of the NFL season. Got the Niners, Jets. I'm gonna try. I don't know if I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna try to do some more videos on the Shadowslayer channel, with maybe a recap of the Niners games. But I mean, we'll see. I wanted to do it this past season, but I really didn't do much of it. But we got that. But week 1 coming your way. 2 weeks from tomorrow, 2 weeks from at this video, 2 weeks from today, actually, when you see this. 2 weeks from today, Jets and the Niners in Santa Clara for the home opener. And I got that. The Giants, I don't even know who they play. a week from this Sunday. So we got that. So next Thursday is the season opener. The Chiefs and the Ravens. Oh, Otaku's gonna love that. Hey, Otaku, can you get me a win? Cause I picked the Ravens to beat for the upset win I think it's in Kansas City. So they get their rings and shit. As I'm hoping the Chiefs lose, but I know they won't. But I'm just gonna pick the underdog anyway. Then we got then on Friday we got the Packers and the Eagles. I think in Brazil. I think it's the Packers and Eagles. I forget who it is in Brazil. I'm picking the Packers to win that game. Because as we all know, I hate the Eagles, those pedophile Eagles and their fans. So we got that. Then we got a full slate of action on Sunday. The Giants will be in action at 1 p.m. So that's gonna be on Fox. And then I might watch the 4 o'clock game. Yeah, definitely gonna watch the 4 o'clock game. I'm gonna watch the game here, and then after the game, I'm going to family dinner right after that. So I'll watch most of the 4 o'clock, the rest of the 4 o'clock game, and then maybe watch a little bit of the Sunday night game. And then September the 9th, I am not watching Monday Night Raw at all. I am watching the Niners-Jets game. But I'm still doing a review I'll do the review for Raw the next night. So if I do a video, it'll probably just be a recap of the Niners game. That night of September the 9th. So that's pretty much it. Alright, so that's it, everybody. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching this video. Leave me your thoughts about All In. I think All In was a great show. Better than last year's. This felt like WrestleMania. And AEW knocked it out of the park. 8.5 out of 10 stars. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Or you can do your own video on your own channel. Whatever you want to do. And that's that. Alright guys, I will be back tomorrow with Monday Night Raw and anything else that comes your way tomorrow. And we'll see what happens with all that. Also, one big note with Ricochet. Ricochet's second official match, but first official match on Dynamite, he's going to take on Kyle Fletcher. I like that. That's going to be a nice match. 2 high flyers. And, we'll see where Ricochet goes. I mean, he didn't look great. I mean, not a big reaction that I thought we were going to all get. But I just think I don't know what Tony Khan's going to do with him. I mean, he's going to have some banger matches with Kyle Fletcher. Eventually, he'll get the Ocean Spray. I don't know when. I'm hoping by the end of the year. Or maybe in that next year. We'll see. I think he can have an epic match with the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara, Danny Garcia, all those high flyers. And maybe get involved in the heavyweight title division. I think he'll be in the TNT title division. That's a definite. The Intercontinental title division. That's that. And then I doubt the heavyweight title division. I don't know, but I mean, we'll have to see what happens with that. But his first match on Dynamite will be against Kyle Fletcher. And we'll see what happens with that. Maybe Ricochet gets his first win. Then again, it'll probably be like a repeat of his WWE career, where the only good things he did was win the Intercontinental title. I think he won the U.S. title once. I could be wrong, but he did have a mediocre North American title run in NXT. And that's pretty much it. But he got wasted in WWE. I'm hoping he doesn't get wasted by Tony Khan. A lot of people, and I agree, he should have went to Japan, because he had great success in Japan with Matt Sydal. I think they became the junior or the heavyweight tag team champions a few years ago, like beating the Bucks. That epic match that was. So he would have been better off in Japan than going to AEW and basically being lost in the shuffle eventually. Not being on TV that much. you know what? Another match I would love to see: Hologram against Ricochet. Oh, sign me up. Sign me up for that match on Collision. You can have Hologram just continue his undefeated streak, and then Ricochet's like, oh, I see you're undefeated. How about we go at it? And Hologram's like, yeah, let's do it. And then I'm like, yeah, sign me up. That's going to be an epic match on a pay-per-view or on a Collision or Dynamite. Or, don't do it on Rampage. That screams Dynamite or Collision or pay-per-view. So, I'm hoping we see one of that. I hope we see a feud with Daniel Garcia. Eventually, Ocean Spray, which is going to be fucking insane. Especially the match they had in London. Not London, in, I think, Repro. That was crazy, where the rope broke. Crazy shit. It's Daniel Garcia, we're gonna get Kyle Fletcher. I hope Sammy Guevara at some point. And I hope Hologram. So, Ricochet's gonna have some dream matches, he's gonna have some, I would say some, maybe mid-level bangers, or bangers. The Ocean Spray one's definitely gonna be a banger. I could definitely tell you, Hologram and him will put on a banger. And maybe Sammy Guevara as well. Maybe Daniel Garcia too. So he's gonna have some pretty good feuds in AEW, but how he gets, how the crowd continues to react to him, I mean, that might take a toll, and we'll see what happens with that. Alright, I'm out of here. I'm finally going to be out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll talk more about this during the week and in the future, Conan, and that's pretty much it. Alright, guys, I'm out. Thanks for watching, and until next time, if you're not down with all of that, well, that's too bad, because I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man! And that's it. Stay sexy, all you ladies. Stay sexy, stay wet for me. And all you guys, well, some of you, stay jealous, stay obsessed. But still, keep watching, because that's all I gotta say about that. Until next time, peace.